Hi and welcome to a new video. If it looks exactly the same as the last video, it's because it may or may not be filmed on the same day. I am 110% procrastinating actually packing for this thing I'm gonna tell you about. So, since I'm never out traveling, I'm going out traveling again. I'm still a bit sick also. I'm sorry. I just think this cough and cold is gonna last forever. I don't know. But I'm going to Bali with my friend Moa, and I thought that I would try to face my fears with filming around other people and try to film what I'm reading a week in Bali. So we're going this night. It's 2 p.m. on Monday and we have to go up at 4, or like our train leaves at 4:20 a.m. to go to the airport, and then we have a 6.5 hour flight, which is crazy. I have not been on that long of a flight since November, and then it was 26-hour flight. So hoping and praying that I won't be bored till death on that plane. But I'm reading so many books right now, I don't think you understand. And I'm trying desperately to read on my Kobo. I have some of these books physically, but the thing is, we have a 7 kilos weight limit for our flight to Bali, and like 7 days on Bali requires a lot of clothing. So I am, for the first time ever, not bringing any physical books. I will only be bringing my Kobo. And for you guys who don't know, many people have often heard about a Kindle. This is basically the same, just another brand. I debated whether I would get a Kindle or a Kobo. The thing is, you can't have Kindle Unlimited in Sweden. So for me, it just felt unnecessary buying a Kindle if I can't use the main function. And there's also ads, and when I looked at like differences between the Kobo and the Kindle, a lot of people said the Kobo is better. I follow Rachel Catherine, an Australian influencer who has both a Kindle and Kobo, and I don't know, that's how I like knew that there were more than a Kindle. Otherwise I probably just would have bought one. But I really like my Kobo. So I thought we could talk a bit about the books I'm currently reading right now, because I really don't want to pack. So why not do this? The one that was like showing on my screen is Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. I've kind of been reading this for a while now. I think I've talked about it before. I'm not quite sure, but I think I have. It's a Christian non-fiction book, and I just like to take my time with these and read it when I want to, and not like, oh, I should be reading it. So it often takes me quite a long time. I'm 33% through it, but I really enjoy it. I really agree with his points and the view he has, and I think a lot of people do. The only thing is that he has so long sentences, and as someone who doesn't have English as their native language, not to gloat. Oh, I hate that, but I think my English level is quite good. I feel like my intonation is good, my melody is good, and I think I can comprehend quite well when I read in English. But this one, this bad boy, is making me question that. It's just very complicated sentences sometimes, and it's written also during the Second World War, I want to say. I think it is. So it's a lot of the English back then, so not only is English quite complex, it's also quite old, which just leads to... I'm also reading a lot other books. I actually just finished Mile High, which is the first book in the Windy City series, so I really want to start The Right Move by Liz Tomford. on the plane, hopefully, or tonight. I don't quite know. And I'm reading so many books, I'm sorry. A lot of people question me a lot when I say how many books I'm reading at the same time. So let's make a count before I start talking about the others. I'm reading Mere Christianity. I just finished Mile High, which I read at the same time. I'm rereading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm like 60% through that. I am reading A Court of Wings and Ruin. I am reading Fundamentals of Being a Good Girl. I am reading, oh, it's one more book. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, I think is the English pronunciation. I feel like it's more books. Yeah, I'm reading People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. And we're up at 7 books now. Phew, this is bad. And there's one more book I want to say that I'm listening to, but I could be incorrect. Yeah, so 7 books right now. But let's get into the books I'm reading and talk about them a bit. So, Aquawar. That is the 3rd book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, and I've read these before. I'm currently rereading them because my friend Moa, who I'm going to Bali with, is reading them for the first time. So we're kind of like buddy reading the entire Sarah J Maas universe, her for the first time and me as a reread. Because as you book girlies who are in the book world probably know, they're coming out 2 new books in the ACOTAR series, one in October and one in January 2027. I was quite young when I started reading Sarah J Maas books, so that is going on. So I've also downloaded like Throne of Glass and the first 3 books in that series. I'm very, very ambitious about my reading list for Bali. I'm thinking that we're only gonna read. That is my only thing we're gonna do. And then I'm also reading, these books names are killing me. Why is it one of those in every single like book video I do now? I don't know. I'm reading The Fundamentals of Being a Good Girl. And this is basically like child caretaker, like not nanny. Though they are very specific about that. And like single dad-ish, who's also a professor, and she's like a lecturer at the same institution, kind of. I don't know. It's a bit weird, and I did download the PDF, but do you see how small this text is? Do you see that? So I don't really know what to do about that because I downloaded it and you can only zoom in. You can't change the font because it's not an EPUB. That's my own fault. But what is life? But the other ones I have on my radar is continue reading the Shadowhunter universe, because I read a lot, like at least 2 or 3 a month before coming to Australia. And then I had like 2 or 3 months where I didn't quite read that much here because everything was so new and I was doing so much stuff, so I just kind of stopped reading that universe, and I have so few books left that I want to get into it again. So we have Ghosts of the Shadow Market and Chain of Gold. Then we have the Throne of Glass series. Once we finish Aquawar, we're gonna start reading that. And then I've also downloaded the rest of the Windy City series. But I'll stop yapping now because I've talked for 14 minutes. And I need to start packing. I really do. Because I have to leave to my friend Moa's in like, I don't know, 5 hours. And I still haven't packed. So let's get going to that. Hi and welcome to Bali. The lighting is absolutely terrible everywhere because it's getting dark outside. But we're in Bali. We've been at like the big island Bali. Right now we're in Gili, which is like a small island outside of the big one. And we're loving it. It's so hot and humid. Here we have the bathroom. There's a shower. there's toilet, everything. It's like here is basically where it's the best lighting at the moment. But then we have, I don't want to showcase everything because it's quite messy already and I'm the one to blame for that. But we have a little like balcony here. Okay, the lighting is absolutely terrible right now, as you may be able to see, because it's getting dark. As I said, we have a little pool outside. Moa is somewhere there reading right now. I just had a shower and did my makeup and stuff because we're going out for dinner, and I thought I could give you a reading update, but the lighting is terrifying, so maybe I'll wait until tomorrow. But I've done some reading, so let's catch up tomorrow when I don't look this red, because this is ridiculous. Good morning! It's much better lighting today. I thought I could give you a reading update. Which Kobo is mine? That is mine. And I'm currently reading a lot of books. So I'm 75% in A Court of Wings and Ruin. But I'm currently reading the most The Right Move by Liz Tomford, and it's really good so far. They're kind of long for romance books. This is 446 pages, so I don't really know what's supposed to happen in the second half of the book, but we'll see. The weather is stunning today. It looks like this. Amazing. Oh my god, I have burned myself. Oh no. I didn't talk that much before, but it's a new day. It's day 2. Day 3 in Bali. Day 2 on Gili Island. We're there. It's stunning weather right now. It was amazing weather the whole like start of the day, and then it started raining, and now it's sun again, you know, as it is in any tropical climate. But we were just like swimming and snorkeling, and we saw turtles. I think I can like insert a clip. It's in the 9:16, but you'll just have to live with that. I'm currently reading The Right Move. As I said, I'm about 54% in. I don't know, like, I like it. I do. It's just so long. I'm like, they're not together. Yeah, so it's not that they're like together and then I don't know what's supposed to happen, but it's still like what possibly requires all over like 460 pages. I'm not quite sure, but I haven't read like anything today. I'm waiting for Moa. She's almost caught up with me in A Court of Wings and Ruin. We're co-reading, like rereading. I'm rereading the entire JMS universe except for Crescent City, and Moa's reading it for the first time. But while I'm waiting for her to catch up, I'm reading The Right Move. I don't really know what I'll read after that. I know that when I finish Aqua War, I'll be reading Thermal Glass, which I'm so excited about. But what book I'll read besides that, I don't really know. Yeah, but our plan for the afternoon is hopefully be able to tan some more and then go shopping a bit, because it's so cheap here. Everything's so cheap. And like, I know it's because their economy is really bad. It's not a good thing in like hindsight and all that, but everything's so cheap. So maybe a new bikini I'm thinking of. Yeah, so that's what we're doing right now, and yeah, we'll see. We're going snorkeling on Saturday. Like, there's 3 Gili Islands. We're on Gili T right now, then it's Gili Air and Gili Island, I think the middle one is named. I'm not entirely sure, but that's our plan for Saturday. Tomorrow, I don't really know. We would really like to go like horse riding or diving. Like, we really want to do diving. I'm thinking of maybe, I'm terrified to death of sharks, like absolutely terrified, but there is a spot where you can go shark diving here, And I'd kind of like to do it just to be able to send home to my parents, like, do you know what I did? I went shark diving. Because like I'm scared of swimming in the ocean in Sweden, where there's like no sharks. There exists some, but like none that's even close to dangerous, and they're so small. But it would be kind of fun to like just send them a pic when I'm diving with sharks. But it's also like my biggest fear ever, like ever. So we'll see if I'll be able to do that or not. Then it's like Sunday, Monday left, and then we're going home. Oh, I'm not ready. It's just so amazing here. There's like no cars at all on this island, which is very weird for us, but it's also so amazing. It's like, it's either walking, taking like a moped, cycling, or horse. Like horse with a cart after it. It was so fun. Like when we arrived at Gili Island, we had to take like a horse with a cart to the hotel, which is crazy. Yeah, but we'll see what we'll do. So we're now at a beach bar. Where are we?
Malibu Beach Club.
Exactly. We took the cycle here and we're watching the sunset. It looks like this. Wow. The horse. Wow. It started kind of raining. We're not sure. So we're on the roof. I've burned my face. Amazing. I feel like everything is burnt right now.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. I've done some reading. I finished The Right Move. It was good. It was okay. It was like 4 out of 5 stars. What are you reading right now, Moa?
I'm reading the 3rd Akatar book.
Yeah.
In a really slow pace compared to Mathilda.
We've had this discussion many times. I'm a very fast reader. And you read normally, I feel like. No, you do.
No.
You do.
Okay, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no. But you kind of at my pace now, or like at the point I'm kind of at.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for you to finish it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff happening.
It will be very, very fun, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
It's Thorn of Glass.
I'm so excited for you to read Thorn of Glass. I don't think you can understand. The part was that all of the teachers have been very different.
Yeah.
You've barely had any Australian teachers.
No. Only in spring class. Stop doing the thing with your hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's me.
I have to disable that. That was not good.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Yeah, no, you had one Australian teacher.
Yeah, Veronica. Amazing. The best teacher I've had.
Yeah,
for sure. And Michael, he's also Australian.
Is he?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
from Sydney.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, we had a lot of.
I think he lived in Hong Kong though for like 15 years.
I feel like a lot of teachers in EF that we've had have lived in several different places. Like I had 4-2 cycles, and he's lived in Brisbane his entire life. But like so Grace lived in France for 1 year, 2 years.
Very good too.
I feel like it's very common for Australians to like learn French. And I feel like because English is their native language, but it's really funny when, like, we had one situation in class where my friend was talking French with her other friend, and the other friend didn't realize that Grace could speak French. So he kept talking about her boyfriend in front of our teacher, and Grace, bless her, did not say a word until he left. When he like said au revoir or something like that.
Or was it he?
Yeah, it was a he. And Grace like told him answered back, not au revoir, but something like, oh, I understood. Moral of the story. It was very funny because he spilled the tea in French while not knowing that our teacher understood French. Jag vet inte hur man zoomar. Stop.
I don't know what they go.
No, not me either.
They're like a stick on fire. And throwing it around.
There's a stick on fire. Okay, so we've been in Bali for a lot of days now. We only have tomorrow left, which feels crazy. I'm also using Moa's camera because mine have terrible lighting. I don't really know why. My voice also haven't fully gone back to normal. I was sick before we went to Bali and I was fine for a few days, and then I think because of the AC, it's just gone bad again. Don't really know why. But yesterday we went snorkeling and it was amazing. We were at like 3 different spots, and the first one I think both me and Moa thought were the best because we were alone there kind of, and we saw stingrays too, which was truly an experience. Like, it was so cool and so crazy that we actually got to see like stingrays, because it's called Turtle Point, so we knew we were going to see turtles and fish obviously, but seeing actual stingrays, like, I kept my distance. They're so cool and so beautiful, but like Steve Irwin and all that, I kept my distance. I think they're very friendly. I just think you should maybe not touch them, you know? I don't know. I have no idea about those things, but that was amazing and we got so cool clips. I will possibly, like, I will enter all of them here, like, of course. And then we went to 2 other spots. We went to one where there's like underwater statues. It was so cool, but it was so crowded. Like, no matter where you were, there were always people. So I feel like it was really cool. You just got so overstimulated while being there, kind of. And then the last point was also so cool. Like, it was so many coral reefs and just so many fishes in general. So yeah, I really loved it. I have been having like, what's it in English, like heat stroke. It sounds so serious, but for the last 2 days, so, and like burnt my face, I feel like you still can see it so bad. So like the first day I was out of it almost all day. I just slept and slept and slept. It felt like I had fever, so I just slept all day. Yesterday was better. I still felt like I kind of had a fever, but it's like your body is just so hot, and I know that I'm terrible at drinking water, so it's truly my own fault. So I've been really trying to drink a lot of water to just keep me hydrated and not be in the sun too much. I should be careful with my son. My dad has had skin cancer like 2 or 3 times, so I should be more careful than I am. Sorry, Mom, if you're seeing this. I promise you I've been in the shade the last few days. So today I'm probably just gonna be in the shade all day. We're at the pool right now. Later we're going to grab lunch. I've been craving an acai bowl all day, so we're probably gonna go grab that and then go to a beach club or something and just chill there all afternoon. But now I should go out and join Moa by the pool. It looks amazing today. The weather is stunning. Oh, I love the hotel we're at. Truly love it. So that's the update. Okay, so it's been raining for the last few hours, so we've just been inside. We had some lunch. I ate a pasta pomodoro with burrata, which was amazing. But I did finish my books. So firstly I finished Caught Up, which is the third book in the Mile High Windy City series. I feel like it was the best one yet, but I feel like it was like 4.5 stars. It was like, it's good, it could have been better, but I still really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna continue that series throughout this week and see if I can finish all of them. We'll see. But I did also finish Aquar, which is A Court of Wings and Ruin, and that is the third book in the whole ACOTAR series. And I feel like I enjoyed it so much more this time around than the first time. I think that the first time I read the entire like ACOTAR, I enjoyed the second one the most, but now I enjoyed Aquar a whole lot more. I think it just happened a lot more in this book compared to like Aquamath. I don't really know, but it was so funny watching Moa's reaction to everything that was happening, because I kind of like tried to keep pace with her, so like I read other books when she was reading that one. But so those are the books I've been kind of reading. I haven't made a lot of dent in like Mere Christianity. I really want to do it today because it's Easter Sunday. I don't know the English word for it, but I'd like to make it in that one, and also maybe start Throne of Glass depending on Moa. She's right now taking a nap. But I also have like an hour left on my audiobook for the first Harry Potter book. I've been listening to it a lot while like tanning and stuff like that. Just an easy book to like have in the background, kind of. When I finished that one, I don't really know. I'm reading all of my Kobo because I had 7 kilos to bring with me for 8 days in Bali. I could not bring books with me, unfortunately. But I'm thinking of maybe reading either Ghost of the Shadow Market or finish People Watching. I read the first 12% in December, I think. It was so long ago, and I'd really like to finish it, but I don't know if it's my type. I think it's like Friends with Benefit kind of book, and I don't really like it. There's a lot of sound around me right now, I'm so sorry, but when it's too lusty, it's just not really my thing. I don't know, so we'll see. I almost never DNF a book, but I don't know. Now the prayer is starting, so you won't be able to hear me, but that is my reading update. Hi and welcome back to Sydney. I did arrive yesterday. We flew at 10 p.m. in Bali time and arrived around 6 a.m. in Sydney. It takes about, I think it took like 6 hours to fly, but time difference and stuff, maybe it only took 5. Don't really know, but it's a 3-hour time difference, so it should have taken like 5. Oh well. I thought we can talk about the books that I read in Bali. I showed you some. I did dare to vlog some at Bali, but also not. I also, as I said, did have heat stroke for about 2 days, and that was horrible. I felt like I was dying like for 2 days, so I was really careful in the sun after that. But I feel like my highlights have gotten really blonde. But I read 7 books during this trip, which is crazy, diabolical. I did finish 2 of them when I arrived at home yesterday. I had like 20 pages left in one book and about 30 pages in another, but I'll still count them. I will. Because like if I would have read those last pages at the flight, they would have been in the trip. Oh well, I'm gonna count them because I make the rules. So I did finish 7 books. The first book that I finished was The Right Move, which is book 2 in the Windy City series. I felt like this was better than the first one, which is Mile High, but it still had some things that could have gone better. The first book is like 570 pages, then the second one is like 460, and then the third one is like 370. So I think she herself realized that the books don't need to be that long, and I really enjoyed that, so I gave that one 4 stars. And that book was basically following my voice has really started giving up again. I don't know when my voice will be back to normal, but oh well. We're following Ryan, which is the main character in the first one's twin brother, and then we're also following Indy, and she basically moves in with Ryan because she just broke up with her husband because he cheated on her and she needed somewhere to live. So she moves in with Ryan, and then all of a sudden they need to start fake dating. And I love the fake dating trope. I find it so funny and so entertaining. So I really like this book. I gave it 4 stars, which is a really good rating for me. But it's just still a bit too long, still a lot of filler, but I was like, it's getting there, it's getting there. I'm not giving up on this series because I know a lot of people have said that. Like the last one's kind of is the best in the series. So then I immediately started Caught Up, which is the 3rd book in the Windy City series. And this book follows Kai, which is a single dad who's also in... He's not... No. Because Ryan is a basketball player, the one in the 2nd book, and Kai is a baseball player. But they know each other, so you get kind of a glimpse of Kai in like the 2nd book. All of these characters, they're like interconnected standalones, so you could reach each book whenever you want. But I'm a firm believer in still reading it in the order they were released, so I did. But Kai is a single dad and a pitcher in the Chicago baseball team. And then we have Miller Montgomery, which is basically the boss or like the coach in this team's daughter. And this daughter starts being the nanny to Kai's child because he's a single dad. So it's a lot of like forced proximity, the coach's daughter trope, a lot of that. And I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I gave this one 4.5 stars. It still didn't really have that 5-star feeling, but it was getting close. I found it was really entertaining because Miller, the female, is basically a very like wild, enthusiastic person, whereas Kai is a lot like, he's very closed off, he's very serious, he doesn't really go out. And this book is basically like Miller trying to find her purpose in life, or like she's working as a top, like not chef, it's like baker. She's very like, she helps kitchens get Michelin stars for their dessert and stuff like that. But then all of a sudden she feels like she's in a rut. She doesn't really know, she doesn't have any ideas for new recipes or anything like that. So that's why she goes to Chicago for the summer and starts nannying Kai's child. And it's just a beautiful story. It's kind of predictable, but I feel like all romances are predictable. So thoroughly enjoyed that one. So then I read A Court of Wings and Ruin, and as I've said like 70,000 times in this video, I buddy read this with my friend Moa, who was with me in Bali. So like while I kind of slowly read this while I also read other books, and I enjoyed this book so much more compared to the first time. I feel like the first time I enjoyed A Court of Mist and Fury more than Acor, but I thoroughly enjoyed Acor this time around. I really liked the plot, all the hints and stuff like that. I see so many hints in the books now while rereading them that I'm like, how did I not see this the first time? Like, obviously you won't see this because you don't have all the information, but now that I do, I find it so entertaining to reread all of the books. Gave it 4 stars this time around. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Really enjoyed like watching Moa's reaction to all of it because I knew what was happening. Moa did not, so I was so enjoying seeing all of her reactions. And then also, like, meanwhile I read all of these books because I'm not a normal person and cannot read one book at a time. I listened / read Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is just to have something to listen to when I was like tanning, when I was going to sleep, going to bed, something like that, and just to have something chill in my earphones while not doing anything specifically. I'm always rereading Harry Potter. I feel like I'm always mentioning 1 or 2 Harry Potter books in my videos just because it's so nostalgic for me, and I've always been a Harry Potter girly, so read that. And then I can also mention that I also read Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I started that one when I finished Sorcerer's Stone and just listened to that, and then read that as well. Listened to almost like 5 hours, like almost an entire flight on the plane home. So don't know how much I actually listened, but I'm gonna count it still. I make the rules. So those 2 I read, 2 Harry Potter books, first one and second one. And then the last book is Play Along, which is the 4th book in the Windy City series. So I only have 1 book left, which I don't want to leave this universe, but I also know that Liz Tomford, the author, just released a book about Monty, I think. So it's kind of a spin-off, and I'm really excited for that one. But Play Along, I adore this book. I knew from the beginning that I would like it because we're following Isaiah, which is Kai's little brother. Kai, which was the 3rd book, yes. And he's always had a crush on this girl, which is like the team's physio. Her name is, what is her name? Kennedy. I'm terrible at names in books, terrible. And all of a sudden Kennedy breaks off her engagement, and Isaiah's like, oh my god, I've been waiting 3 years to have a chance with this girl, because before it was just fun. Like, he's always had this crush, but he knew that she wasn't available, so. And now all of a sudden she is, and one night they get drunk and get married. But since you can't, like, she's working for the team and he's on the team, they have to have a like full-on real relationship for her to be able to stay on the team. So they gotta be fake married, and then I really saw myself in this female main character. I think I saw a lot of similarities, and that's why I gave this 5 stars. I just really enjoyed seeing not enjoyed seeing their struggles, but it was so refreshing because, like, the main guy, Isaiah, is struggling a lot with trauma and anxiety, and the female character as well, like, she's always been perceived kind of as a cold person and has a lot of like troubles with intimacy and like hugging people, touching people touching her. And for you guys who don't know, I'm terrible at physical contact. I'm absolutely terrible, don't know why. I get so awkward. I love it, but like I get so awkward. I'm so bad at initiating it. Even like my parents, my friends, everything, like I'm known for being terrible at physical contact and all of that. And I never see that in female main characters in books, and I felt really seen in this book. I was like, that is me, you know, that is me. So I think that's why I gave it 5 stars. I don't think necessarily it's a 5-star, wow, this is amazing book. I just think I really connected to the characters, and that's why I gave 5 stars. So that's all the books I read. I hope you've enjoyed watching this kind of chaotic video. I've also been sick, like, to and from in this video. I don't know when I'll get healthy again. I don't know. Maybe this is my forever state. Who knows? But I am going to sleep again. No, I'm not. But I'm going to make breakfast and try to upload this video so you can get it as soon as possible. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you had fun and see you in the next one. Bye.